Hello Internet, welcome back to our French People Rimworld series. In the last episode we went out of our way to build a couple of bedrooms for our colonists so they're not all sleeping in an unpleasant barracks. We also set up a generator that uses wood to produce power, that way we could get heating in this bedroom area, which would be obviously beneficial for our colonists. We also built a stonecutters area, a little shack out here, and this is just a place to store all of our wood and our stone blocks and other construction materials. We're hoping to move into stone cutting here in the near future, but we haven't done any of that yet. We also mined out a pretty big chunk of this cliff here, which is going to be our walk-in refrigerator. Our rice harvest should be coming in the next day or two, and we're going to need a place to store all of our perishable food. And with that, welcome back Internet. We do need to get a kitchen up and running as well once we get that fridge built. Our rice plants are going to harvest probably tomorrow, but not today, so we're okay for a little bit. And same thing, we've had some meat that rotted away in storage. Oh, we got yak milk. You know how I feel about yak milk. Very important yak milk. Did we ever get more information? We did. It's big, it's herbivorous. Viviparity, what in God's name is that? They hatch from eggs. No. They develop within the body of their parent and are born as a juvenile. Isn't that how, like, literally every mammal produces offspring? Produces 11 milk. Okay? Yak milk. Yep. Okay, let's get these chunks hauled out of here, and let's lay out... we don't want our fridge to be super huge. Otherwise, we're going to have 2 refrigerator units. I think that's too big. It's probably not going to be enough. It's going to be too big for one AC unit to keep it cold. Yeah, I think it will be. Let's put a fridge in here though anyway. Make sure we got it facing the right way. And we're going to need a door on this. Usually I only put one door on our fridge. That way we're forcing people to go in and out one door, and we don't have multiple people moving in and out, letting cold air out all the time. So, just put one door here. Should be fine. And yeah, we'll make that our fridge. And we can throw down some wood floors as well, I guess. That way they're not tracking a ton of mud in there. In fact, we could put like tiling on the outside. That way the filth will fall off of our pawns before they get into our kitchen, hopefully. Oh, and in fact, we could put our kitchen right here. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. I'm going to build a little kitchen area here for cooking, and I'm torn. Wait a minute. If we're going to do this, we should put a second door in. That way, our cook doesn't have to go in and out constantly, but that's going to make this room pretty cold probably. It's okay. Oh, we didn't build an odd number, so we can't really put a door there. So we'll put one here, and if we're going to do that, we should make this door centered as well. I don't know how much the internet will freak out over stuff like that, but I do kind of want it to look nice. Usually I don't make things look nice and then people get annoyed. So if we're going to do this, how much power does a 350 watts comes from an electric stove? That's fully, with that and the lights and the heater, that will be half of our current power generation. And we don't have batteries. So overnight our freezer might go out. I think for the time being we go with a fueled stove to conserve electricity. Oh, this is not going to be centered either. That's going to drive me nuts. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. Get over it. You're not that crazy. You don't need to care that much about it. And we'll put a wall light in here as well. Must be placed over a wall. So we have to wait for the walls to be built to put lights in there. Okay. My space heater is clicking on and off. That's not great. Turn that off. Well, it's been cold lately. It's been about 20 degrees overnight. Most nights. 20 F. 20 Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius. Probably like, I don't know, 4 degrees or something. I have no idea. I can't do the conversion ratio in my head. Alright. So, these are ready for harvest, but we're going to let them grow a little bit more. We're not pressed for materials at the moment, and I really want to get that fridge up and running. I should have built the fridge and stuff before this, because this is just going to eat up his time. French, you don't seem to be doing anything. You're playing horseshoes. Okay, it must be recreation time. How much wood do we have? Almost none. Oh, it's all in here now. Yeah, okay, 240. Yeah, that's not great. We want more wood. We're going to need more wood. So we'll lay out some cutting for French to do because she is our harvester. I suppose we could have built bigger grow zones, but I think this is fine. French, what's your skill level? 6.8. Okay, so with 6.8, we're going to have a lot of rice. What's the other really fast growing? This is all fertile land. We should do it up here. What's the other really fast growing crops? We saw radishes. Radishes only take 1.5 days. Actually, if we're going to do this, why don't we plant like a long-term crop so that it's something that will grow slower, because we don't need more food immediately, and I think the longer crop times have higher yields. What do we want to grow? I do have obviously some crop mods here. Carrots, maybe? We have 2 carrots. Why do we have 2 carrots? Probably conflicting mods, I guess. Pepper plant. Isn't there a bell pepper plant? I like bell peppers. Bell pepper, bell pepper, bell pepper. 4.7 days, so about the same as rice. Limited lifespan, harvestable. Harvest yield is 10. So how much is rice? Harvest yield is 6. So they yield more. They take about the same amount of time. What about something, eggplant takes 6 days, harvest yield is 10. Then we'll go bell peppers. Sure. And you might as well harvest these. Oh, the berries aren't really grown yet. Okay. Oh, what happened here? This goose is dead. Okay, well, we'll butcher the goose for leather at least. Get sardines to build our kitchen and everything. Again, sardines is our main constructor, but we'll pivot to being our main cook. We don't have anyone else that can cook, and cooking is one of those things you don't want to mess with because of food poisoning and the issues that come along with that. I was supposed to lay out floors for this. I forgot all about that. Okay, what floors? Let's try the extra floors. No, more floors mod. We don't have stone cutting yet. We could turn someone loose to start stone cutting, but it doesn't matter if our freezer is beautiful. Let's try the mosaic wood since we did different woods for the other buildings. So we'll do that. And you know what? We'll build a little like entry area of flooring as well. That way, hopefully it drops their dirt on the wood flooring instead of taking it into the freezer. I'm not sure how that works. I did see there were mods for like doormats, but I didn't understand how they worked, so I didn't add them, because it was talking about like, oh, if your pawn has this percentage chance, they have a chance to lose 1 stack of filth, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't understand what that means. We also want a light in here probably. Okay, so at this point, I want research, because we need... So what's more important, batteries or solar panels? Because we can do windmills, but windmills are intermittent power. They're not consistent power. Solar panels are consistent all day long. Obviously, we need batteries. Batteries is the first one. And it's the lower tier. It's faster, basically. So batteries it is, I guess. And Sienna will probably go do that immediately. I believe I have her very high priority worker for research. Looks like French is bringing in our first rice harvest. We have a group of travelers from Hafinda passing by. Hello, what's your deal? A bison wool beret. I love that. Wildebeest belt pants, bearskin t-shirt. Cool. You guys have some guns. I would love a gun. We don't have enough guns as it is. Where are you from? What did that say? Let's look at the world map. We never did that. Oh, sorry, I had some sneezes there. Let's see. This is our area. Now, I struggled a bit with the map trying to figure out where to go. I wanted to be in Temperate Forest because it has been a while since I played. I didn't want to play like a challenging area. And there's nothing over here. So I was a little disappointed we didn't have more factions. But it was close to 3 factions. 2 are hostile and 1 is peaceful. So I thought... You know, we're close enough. I don't know how raids work in this game. I don't know if you have to be close to a faction for them to raid you. So obviously I wanted raids, and I also wanted a trading partner. So my hope was we'll get raids from these guys, we'll get trades from these guys, and then if we have to, we could go over here and mess with them as well. Plus I have this bug faction nearby, so I'm interested if we're going to get like a lot of insects or whatever. Basically, my criteria was temperate forest on a map that had one of the geological land feature things, landforms, so like a cliff or whatever, or an island or things like that, like coast and whatnot. So that was my first criteria, and then like basically that was it. I just wanted to be near factions. So anyway, I have no idea what faction they're from Hafinda, which I'm not familiar with. Oh, they're different races as well. This is a Zotan, and this is a Cerulean, I assume is how you say that. So yeah, different races as well, or species. I don't know what the terminology is. Anyway, French is beginning our harvest, which is great. So we're gonna get a little vegetable matter coming in. For the time being, that's gonna be outside. I don't want that. We need to run power through here, which I don't know how much steel we have. I didn't look at that. So let's run power conduit across, and across here into this, and then up here as well, because in the future we're going to have an electric stove. So that should be fine. She is light, so she shouldn't be penalized for that. So a way to see penalty. Room cleanliness, final value. Okay, so cleanliness apparently matters for research. So we need to put a floor in here, because that floor, being a dirt floor, is not clean. So definitely want a floor. Let's just use the regular wood floor this time. And that should increase her research speed slightly. And we're going to run cables out here. Again, shout outs to Spooky the Bee. They're a Twitch streamer that's on Discord and talked to me a little bit. I complained about the discharge event where, like, you know, it explodes, it starts a fire, whatever. And they said if you put down paved tile or asphalt or whatever, I don't know. Basically, if you have non-stone, non-wood floors, it reduces the chance that it will explode and start a fire. So if we're going to do this where we're pulling it across the ground, we need to put a floor over it. And I don't know if that's correct or not. They know a lot more about Rimworld than me, so I'm assuming that it's correct. And we're just going to put down concrete, cheap and quick to build, but is also ugly. No, I don't want ugly. Neutral in terms of looks and slow to build. Yeah, that's fine. And hopefully that cuts down on the explosion. Like, obviously things in walls are less likely to explode, but I'm worried about the cabling under the ground itself. So it looks like we're out of wood, and that is why this has stalled out. We don't have very much wood, and that's because French is concerned more about playing horseshoes. I would really like you to haul the rice first, because I don't want that just out and about. Thank you. I know that cut into your recreation time, but... Oh, and she went right to cutting trees. Yes, it's because she's distracted by harvesting, she's not cutting down as many trees, which is why we don't have as much wood, which we need a lot of wood to finish all this stuff off. And the alternative there is to start cutting stone, but that would distract someone from other work. We've got work for all three of them laid out. Sardines builds, Sienna researches, and French cuts things down and grows our crops. So pivoting to stone cutting, I think that counts as crafting, and we really don't want people to be doing that stuff right now. Also, we're on day 2 or 3. It's been 7 days since we landed. We've yet to have a raid, which I'm not super thrilled about, because I would really like some better weapons for Sienna, and I believe French only has a revolver. We would like better weapons. And honestly, this is, we're established enough now that I would like a 4th colonist. At this point, I think we would be able to feed them no problem. We're getting the vegetables in. We can hunt for meat. All we have to do is get our stove set up here. Man, that, I regret choosing this wood tile. I don't think that's going to look good with, the compression on YouTube. Hopefully that's not too hideous. We'll see, once I get them uploaded. That'll probably be like a week from now, so I have no idea how it'll look until we get there. But anyway, you can harvest these berries as well. Yeah, we really just want sardines. You can't, because we don't have wood. Okay, French, guess what? Ignore those. Come cut down some trees, would you? And we're just going to have her cut down a bunch of trees, because that has stalled our building process. Sardines can do it, but he's really bad at plants, so it takes him a long time to cut down trees. And you'll see he immediately goes to grab that wood she cut down. Because we don't need the rice right this second. We don't need it that much. Anyway, French joked about parties with sardines. Nope. Cut one more tree, please. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, playing Rimworld. You know, I was watching some Rimworld content the other day, and it's so... It bothers me how everyone is so edgy all the time, like they think they have to be edgy. So, like, when you talk about Rimworld, what's the first thing people talk about? They're like, oh yeah, I commit war crimes, I harvest prisoners' organs for the black market sales, and blah, blah, blah. I keep labor, I force them to do my bidding until I harvest their organs, and then when they're dead, I make a human skin leather hat that I put on my colonists. It's like, bro, just calm down. You don't have to be super edgy. I get it. You like that you can butcher people. Jesus. You know, like, it's just one of those things. People are always super edgy no matter what. Like, if there's a game, if you're playing a game and the game allows cannibalism and you go to a Discord for that game, that's all people talk about. They make jokes about it constantly. Cataclysm lets us do that. Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. You can do those things in Cataclysm, and it comes up all the time. Like, people make jokes. Like, people joke that, oh, NPCs are only good for being butchered for meat and stuff like that. And it just annoys me because it's like, like, you know, they have purposes for existing. They do things. They benefit the player by existing, stuff like that. It just annoys me. So it always bothers me when people are super edgy, but it's the internet. That's how people are on the internet, especially young. God, we've talked about young people in every episode so far, but they're just so edgy, you know? That's how they are. And I was like that when I was a teenager. You don't think I joked about cannibalism all the time when I was a kid? I did, you know, because I thought I was edgy and it made me seem, I don't know, weird and cool and stuff like that. We actually don't want to force her to do this too much. We're going to cut down one more tree and then clear priority because I think she'll want to go fulfill recreation. Or not. Or maybe not. Okay, that's fine too. But I do need you to cut trees though. So please do that in lieu of cutting more rice that we can't store, because we can't store. Yeah, we had bird meat right away because we don't have a fridge. And we can't store that stuff until we get this freezer up and running. So yeah, I need a lot of wood for this. I regret choosing this wood tile, but yeah, I don't think I can change it very easily now. So we'll do that at a point in the future. Cut trees, please. Cut trees. Sardine's hard at work. Yeah, you know what? Go ahead and cancel this. I'm going to change the wood floor out here, just on the outside, because I really hate the look of this. We'll go vertical wood boards. That's kind of something you would do like outdoors, right? Like a Wild West town or something. You would have like plank boards outside for a walkway. Yeah. Yeah. That's fine. Wild West town. It sounds so stupid. All right. Yeah, I don't know why people have to be so edgy. I don't get it. You know, do you think you look cool if you talk about wearing human leather clothing? Like, does that make you feel like you're a cool guy? Is that what that's about? Okay, so we have some batteries. What I want to do here, honestly, I should just build a shack for them and be much faster. But when we got our freezer up and running, target temperature, let's say like 28. If you're not from the US or whatever, 32F is freezing, is 0. So we want it to be below 32. And 28 seems like it's low enough that even if it fluctuates a little bit, it's not going to cross the threshold. So let's see how cold it gets in there. We may need to add a second freezer before it's properly frozen in there. It's hovering around 60. Yeah, it may just be too large of a room to accommodate that. But anyway, let's mine out a little section here. We'll make a cubby for like our batteries, so they're not exposed to the elements. Just do that. Actually, we can just clear this and we'll save us some wood there. We'll just build this, and batteries are 3, I think, or they're 2 wide, but it gives us room to walk in if we have to repair one. So we'll go, this is power, battery, and we can just build 2 here for now. And we of course need a door here. Just plop a door in there. So that'll give us some batteries so that as we build up power overnight, we can keep the freezer running even if our windmills go down. Yaki-chan has started to roam away. She will leave the map unless an animal handler ropes her back to a pen. I don't have a pen. She can't leave. I'm not allowing her to leave. Because you have such a great name, you can't just leave on me. So what I can do... Oh, doors can't accommodate large animals. Can I mark this as a pen temporarily? How do we do this? It's MISC? Pen marker? Not enough stored. Very small pen. Example, animals. It can store less than one animal. Uh-huh. So I can fit 0.2 of a cow in there, huh? Jeez. I don't have time to build a whole building. It has to be right now or she's going to wander off the map. So French. So sardines. I mean, we don't have wood. We don't have wood. Okay. Chop wood. Chop wood. French, cut this immediately. Sardines, build this immediately. Oh, we do have wood. Okay. Where did the yak go? Okay. You cannot leave this map. I will not allow it. So even if it's a disease, 2 people got the flu. I will deal with that momentarily. So does this work? Very small pen. Okay, can you... Yaki-chan is in a roaming state. Prioritize roping the yak. So I hate to do this to you. I have to put you inside or you're going to wander off the map. And I know there's nothing in here for you to eat. We're going to fix that as soon as possible, I promise. So who got the flu? Sienna? No. Sardines got the flu. So what does flu do? Consciousness, manipulation, breathing. So I don't actually know what a lot of these things do. Consciousness, I think, just means you're slow, like in general. And then manipulation, I think, means you work slower. And then breathing, I have absolutely no idea what breathing does in this game. And you have chronic kidney disease. So they should both get treated immediately by Sienna. Nope, she decided to go to bed. I really want you to tend to our people here. And I'm worried about the yak being in here. I think it'll starve to death if we don't let it out. Or give it bigger space. So what I want to do... God, we just are so... We need more wood. We just don't have wood. Thankfully, we're on a map with a lot of trees. So we'll cut those down, which she should do because these are already cut and planted. So she should focus on cutting down a lot of trees, provided she's not on bed rest all day, every day. And then to build a proper barn, we could do fences, but predators can get through fences, which we don't want. We could build things out of steel, that's true. I would rather keep steel, though, and use wood. So if we build it out of fences, the predators risk getting in and out. If we build it in a barn, it's more of a proper barn, and I feel more comfortable with that. Oh, so I guess, what is a fence gate? Blocks some animals like a fence. Handlers can lead them in and out. Yeah, but we know doors work because we just did this. So I'm going to build a barn. I don't know where to put a barn. I don't want to block the geothermal. If we block this up as the defense stuff, let's build it here along near their base, I guess. Near where they sleep. Sure, doesn't matter. But we kind of want to make it big though, because we do want a lot of animals in the future. And because it's a yak, it seems to require a lot of space. Because remember, this is too small. What is it? Where's this? This is considered very small. How many? I wish it said how many tiles there were. It doesn't say. So how many tiles is this? I need something I can use as a marker because I can't tell. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 25 square. So like half of this is considered considered very small. So this also is probably considered pretty small. So what I'll do, I hate building a huge building when we kind of have limited construction materials and we only have one animal, but we'll do this anyway. And then for now, that will be their fenced in area. And I would like to do it with animal fences. That way it's outdoors. It's a little bit more of a natural animal thing. I just worry about the predators getting in there. If I don't notice and a predator gets in, they could kill all of our animals, which I like having animals in this game. Like we would love to get some alpaca so that we could get their wool coming in all the time, their fur that they give us. But that's probably a bit out of scope for the time being. Sardines probably just going to eat. The issue, oh, we're out of meals. Great, we're out of meals because he's eating berries. That's okay, we have berries. We have berries enough for a meal for a day. So what I want to do, we need to get you started on meals, which sucks because you're our constructor. We have 3 colonists. Let's say make until you have 6 meals. Or 9 meals, let's say. And then, is it freezing in here? It is. So let's set up a zone for our refrigerated goods. Stockpile zone. Okay, and we'll make this clear everything. All I want in here... No, none of these spoil. These don't need to be in there. What am I looking for? Foods. We can put meals in here. Do we want meals in here? No, we don't. No, I don't. I don't want meals in there. Yeah, no meals. Let's put raw food, all meat. Well, except insect meat, I guess. Is that a separate thing? No, no insect meat. So all meat, all vegetarian, yes. All vegetarian. And in animal products, we want everything except fertilized eggs because the cold will kill fertilized eggs. And not really insect jelly or insect milk. Good jeez, no. Absolutely not. And no canned eggs. No cans, please. Okay, and we'll make that priority important. Is that good enough? Let's make it preferred. And then let's set this to normal. Yeah. So they should transfer the goods from this to our freezer. And then we set up the meals. We have wood. The only issue now is that Sardines, and we have materials for meals. The only issue now is that Sardines is sick, and he's probably going to go right back to bed. Because I have them set to be high priority bed rest, which I don't want. Yeah, okay. So Sardines today, I'm sorry, I know you have the flu. We're going to make you a low quality bed rest. So instead, I need you to start cooking. Actually, I need you to have a light. Because I need you to be able to see when you're cooking. I think that reduces the chance of food poisoning. So... slap a light in here. Same in here. We should put some lights up as well. Should be good. And so Sardines, build this light. And then prioritize cooking. And I know that that's not really what you want to do. French will cut some things down. And then I will manually tell her to build some stuff. So that she, in lieu of Sardines, can get our pen up and running. Low food. Yes, I am aware. We're working on that. Oh, so we don't have a stockpile for meals. Okay, so what I want to do with meals, 2 things. Number 1, we want a I guess furniture. No. Power? Temperature? No. Production? No. Power. Okay, where are the fridges? I know I have a mod with fridges. Is the thing. Structure, production, storage. They're under storage. So what I want is a fridge that I can put in here to store meals so that they can just turn around and drop the meals right behind them and it still keeps them cold. Deep refrigerator, 120 watts, 70 watts for one single refrigerator. I guess that's good enough. I don't know how many it can store, but we'll do that. So actually, before you cook a simple meal, I want you to... Oh, you're dropping a lot of stuff. I want you to build this fridge. Because we're going to set this fridge up to just store meals. That way... So the way this is going to work... Instead of making some huge trip across the colony, he just pops in here, grabs the materials, pops back out, cooks a meal, and instead of hauling a meal like to our dining room or whatever, He could just turn around, drop it right here, and continue doing what he's doing. So we've optimized this space a little bit. Where are you going, bud? You're going to rest? I'm sorry, I can't. I need you to make meals. I'm sorry about that. Really, I am. So let's set this up, clear everything only for meals, and definitely not for survival meals. Everything else, every other kind of meal goes in there. Canned eggs. Why would canned eggs? Oh, because they count as meals. Yeah, sure, whatever. That's fine. Also, you didn't build the light, bro. I told you to build the light. That was the first thing I told you to do. Resting. No, stop resting. Prioritize cooking, as I've instructed you to do. And so you see he put the meal down right away. So that's great. That's great. And because he doesn't have to walk outside at any point, that means that he's not tracking extra dirt around. Hey, French, guess what? That's not what you're doing today. You're going to construct a barn. Sardines should quickly churn out these meals. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. Oh, in fact, we have batch crafting. I should be doing that. Simple meal times 4. What is this? 2 nutrition. Sure. Do until you have 9. Cancel this. And what this means is that he cooks 4 at a time. So this is just slightly a benefit. So instead of making 1 trip, 1 meal, 1 trip, 2 meal, 1 trip, 3 meal, etc., instead he goes out, maybe makes 2 trips, gets all the materials for 4 meals, comes back, cooks them, and deposits them. So it takes a little longer to cook, but it saves time in the walking back and forth. So we'll do that. And we'll get up to 9 meals here. Although you still appear to be just cooking. Oh, did I not cancel that? I meant to cancel that. And of course, because it's a multiple of 4, it's not exactly the same as, lady, you're not assigned to construction. Then why did you just... Okay, French, low tier construction. We're over time, by the way. I should have ended the episode. Get these constructed. Okay, so anyway, we've taken care of our meal problem for the time being. So we have meals for tomorrow. Problem is, they do have to grab them and walk all the way over here to eat, which is not optimal. I would love to put another fridge in here just for meals, but I don't know how that works. He might come out to walk all the way over here and deposit them, which we don't want. So, okay. And French, you've failed miserably at doing what I've instructed you to do. And I think we're going to call the episode there. So everybody, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I, of course, will be back with more of our French People Rimworld series in the near future, and I'll see you next time.